Good morning, everyone. I guess we have to be ready to do new things. And this is a lesson learned to push forward because I was like, I can't get in. Um, and we defeat ourselves quitting too soon. So it's something that we really want. Lesson learned this morning is just pushing forward, taking your time, taking a deep breath until you accomplish what you need to accomplish, if that's whatever it is. It's very important to me to be here every third Sunday. I love the energy that each and every one of us have. And it's just time for us to take a breath. We get frustrated real quick in this world, and we let a lot of things go that's important to us. When we can just step back from for a minute, breathe in, and just say, yes, this is going to work. Because I tried several times and it didn't. And I was building up more anxiety, more being anxious. And what I should have done is just speak into it. It's going to work. Take my time. Breathe in and breathe out, because we forget everything, and we get so in that moment, whatever that moment is. If just not just this conversations, trying to complete one thing in your house or one thing on your desk at work, and we don't see the answer immediately, and we might ask somebody else, which is good. Ask for help if you need it. But the most thing we need to do is to clear our mind, because we're still in that moment of not being able to complete something. And our mind gets so rattled, so overpowering, that we're there. So step back from anything that is important to you. Close your eyes and breathe in and breathe out. Take a moment just to settle your thinking, your nerves, your emotions, and then breathe in again and breathe out. Then open your eyes and you may see the solution to the problem that you're trying to do. So good morning, everybody, again. And I just want everybody just to take a moment and talk to yourself. Your words are powerful. You can, you will, you are in control, you're capable, you're more than enough. And just settle down and placing your hands over your heart. Because I think when we get frustrated, everything goes off. Our hearts start beating fast. We can't see the problem or the solution to the problem, because we're in that moment of it's not working. And we stay there for a moment, it's not working. And what we need to be saying, it will work. We're going to see and walk through whatever we need to do. So soften your face, soften your shoulders, soften your heart. Just get in touch with your inner self. Keep your eyes closed for a minute and don't focus on any problems, anything that you have to do today or tomorrow. Just focus on yourself. Bringing light into yourself, knowing that you are capable, that you are more than enough. And that's with your speech too. Sometimes, or mostly 80, 95% of the time, we speak what we're into. If we have a problem, we speak that problem. If we have a problem with a loved one, a neighbor, even in the store, people are just thinking and acting out differently. So breathe in and breathe out, bringing your body calm and relax. Feeling good energy, softening your back and your legs, down to your ankles and your toes. Still having your hands over your heart, and just speak to your heart. I am calm. I am relaxed. I am more than enough. Taking your hand and placing it on whatever part of your body that needs to have a little bit of more love and care. If you're having pain anywhere, and even if it's your mind overreacting, thinking, over processing, thinking, and still over processing and not coming to a solution because we're overthinking, then place your hands, your fingers around your forehead, over your ears. If you're hearing too much negativity from yourself or a loved one, clearing your hearing out, placing your fingers over your mouth if you're the one who's speaking negativity or words that you're worried about and it's coming out your mouth. Putting your hands over your throat or back over your heart if we're feeling some negative emotions. Wherever your pain or wherever you unsettle at, if your knees are hurting you this morning after that rain, place your hands on your knees. And I think a lot of emotion come from our belly, go up to our heart, through our throat, and we speak it. So wherever you need to place your hand for a healing, a self-healing, place your hand. And remember, you have two hands. So if you have two areas that things are coming out that's not what you need, place your hand on your heart, one on your forehead, and come in alignment with yourself. This state, let yourself know that you are in control of being anxious or being calm, that you're in control of hearing negativity or hanging that phone up or telling that person, not today, it's too overwhelming. Or guess what? Don't pick up the phone when you see that negative person calling until you have control and strength enough and peace enough and joy enough to tell that person, I love you, but I cannot hear that today. Not today. Today, I speak joy. I feel joy. I speak love and I feel love. No matter how someone is treating you, treat yourself better and treat them with positive words. And don't engage in things that you know that's going to have you anxious. And if that's the news, I mean, take a couple of days and do not look at the news. It'll be the same news in 3 days. If you're concerned about the weather, just go on weather.com and see what the weather is about. Remember, you are in control of your space. And your space does not have to be just your house. Your space is your body, your mind, your thinking, your heart, your emotions. That's your private space. And we let so many people invade that space because we are good people. We are kind people. But even though we are kind and good and strong, sometimes it's too much to let somebody come into our space. So take a vacation from the negativity, bring in joy, whatever brings you joy. It could be looking at the sky. I love looking at the sky and the trees, hearing the birds. It could be just breathing. Your breath settles your mind, your thoughts, what you're going to say. Your breath can check your eyes. We can look at one thing and say, oh, it's a disaster. But after we breathe, we can look at that same thing and find answers and peace and joy because we are more than enough. Calm your mind down through breathing. You cannot breathe, focus breathing and think at the same time. And if you do that round of breathing, it it will clear your mind, reset your body, reset your thinking. And remember that tool is with you 24 hours a day. So remember, when you get overwhelmed, just breathe. Step back for a moment and breathe. Now, if you're driving and getting frustrated because these people out here are driving completely crazy, keep your eyes open, breathe in, get control over your thinking, knowing you are safe. Say, I am safe. My car is safe. Before I drive my car, I put the sign of the cross around me, the car, the steering wheel. I thank the universe, my Father, Son, and Holy Spirit for keeping me safe going and coming. And it relaxes me. I don't get as anxious. I thank you, universe, for getting me where I need to go and where I need to come back. I thank you that no harm will come to me or my car. I thank you that my breathing settles me and calms me, have me being aware of where I'm at and what I need to do. I thank you for letting me get up in the morning and go to bed at night with peace and joy. Remember, I cannot say this enough. It is power in your words. Power how we speak of ourselves, life and not death, healing. I place my hands on my knees when my knees get stiff. I place my hands over my mouth when I know I have to have a conversation with someone. I place my hand over my heart when I need to have peace and joy. So I want you all to breathe in again, very slowly, like you sipping something fresh water with lemon in it and lime, a little bit of mint. Just sip and very slowly breathe out, softening your shoulders, softening your face. Many of us frown when we think, and that's just a process that we go through now, frowning because we're thinking of something and it may not be enjoyable. But breathe in and smell. Breathe out and smell. Breathe in and stretch your fingers far away from each other. Breathe out and bring your fingers slowly back in. Breathe in again and point your toes wherever you are away from you. And breathe out. Point your toes back to you, back towards your heart. We're going to just do a few rounds of that to learn how to just relax your body. If you're in the doctor's office waiting, getting your hair done, wherever you are that's bringing you tension now and then, just breathe in, pointing your toes away. Breathe out, pointing your toes back towards you. Remember to soften your shoulders. Soften your back. And remember to love yourself. We forget how to love ourselves. Love everything about you. Look in the mirror and speak to yourself sometime. I love me. I love who I am and what I'm doing in my life right now. I can plan to drink tea or coffee or some water with lime and lemon. I am in control of what I eat, what time I go to sleep, what time I wake up, what book I'm going to read that day. I love me. I love all of me. I'm learning to love myself completely and letting everything else go. I am more than enough. I'm getting better with age. You know, we think about our age and it slows us down sometimes. It makes us think of pain. But what we need to do, think about, wow, I've learned so much, but it is still so much to learn. I like learning. I like cooking. I just last night pulling out cookbooks because I cook the same thing every day, but it's so many meals out there that I can enjoy. And I'm trying to cook two things different each week instead of coming in the same pattern of buying the same thing, cooking the same thing. I'm trying to and will go through my closet, things that I haven't worn in years and still sitting there. It's time to refresh your closet. I like going to the thrift store and finding blouses or wraps or anything, one thing. I go to the department stores in Macy, and instead of going to the racks where no sales, I always go to the 60, 70, 80% off. And if I find one top, I found a treasure. I'm finding the shoes that do not feel right on my feet, but they're cute. They gotta go. I'm finding that putting shoes on my feet wants to be comfortable. It affects how I feel when I go somewhere. If my shoe is cute, but it's not comfortable, that's a big no for me now. I'm embracing my new self. I'm learning that my clothes have to fit comfortable. I enjoy who I am now. I'm finding that delight in turning everything off TV, phone, as I sit down and eat a meal. My meals taste incredibly wonderful when I don't have distractions. I have to learn how to not to write a list while I'm eating my meal, not talking on the phone. That is not my time to talk to a friend. It's my time for me. It is so many things that we let interfere and overwhelm us, and we wonder why we are agitated or overwhelmed because we're not pouring time into ourselves. Just take a moment and the things that you do them for you sometime. If you're eating with a friend, a family member, put their phone down, have that TV off, engage with them. Find out what's happening and let them know what's happening with you. And we can't do that if we have a book in our hand while we're eating or TV on trying to catch what's happening. Learn how to enjoy yourself and enjoy the person you're with. Even I find out when I go out to dinner, my girlfriend or family member is looking at the phone. We are giving so much power to our phone and to our TV that we forget how to socialize. We forget how to be in that present moment. I'm learning how to really take care of my body. In the morning, I used to rush brushing my teeth, doing what I have to do. Now I'm trying to find a routine that benefits me. I massage my scalp in the morning. I take my time with my lotion. I go through a new routine with my face to moisturize myself more. And I feel wonderful. Instead of rushing, I give myself more time. If I have to go out that day for an appointment, I get up a little earlier so I can invest in my body, my mind, my emotions. If I have to go somewhere, sometimes I forget my morning prayer or my morning self Reiki. And I have to realize those things are important to my balance of the day. So I plan accordingly that I have time for me before I go and engage with anybody or anything else. Remember that you are important. And I'm doing that with my clothes now because I'll just throw something on to be covered. But now I want to, and I haven't done it yet, to go through my closet and what makes me happy, what makes me feel good when I put it on. And I'm going to do that process soon. I'm going to keep what I love, let go what I don't love, and shop for things that I do love. And it does not have to be the most expensive thing. It just have to be the thing that makes you happy. So coming in June, because it's a new month, I want everybody to find out what makes them happy, what makes you happy, and invest in yourself. And we don't need money to invest in ourselves. Go to a thrift store. I mean, I find sales online. What makes you happy and in which room? And put whatever you need in that room or take whatever out of that room that no longer makes you happy. Take time in the morning to pray over yourself or speak over yourself. Speak life over yourself each morning. And each day, take an hour or two just for you. If reading a book make you happy, if sitting on the porch rocking in your rocking chair make you happy, if tea make you happy, find a new tea, a new coffee, mix it different, and see if that makes you happy. We are worthy. We are important. Remember that. And I'm finding, I have to laugh, and I say this often, and I will keep saying it. It's all right to drop toxic people. I don't know if they're your friends for years. I have a girlfriend that we've been friends 50 some years. Can you imagine? And I never told her, and she should know me because I know her. But sometimes things change in your life and you have to let them know. I don't like doing that anymore. Do not buy a ticket for me without asking me. Then I feel obligated to go. Ask me. No, I don't want a surprise like that. And I appreciate you doing that. But sometimes we just don't want it. And we go out of obligation, out of love, but we really don't want to go. I went to a farm Friday. A girlfriend of mine got free tickets. She didn't know what the tickets were about. We were talking, what is this? But we went and we had a marvelous time. We had dinner under the stars. The farm fed us everything that they grew, and she grew chickens. Everything tastes so good. So what I'm saying is be open for new experience, new things. Let people know what makes you happy or what things that you do not want to do, and be good with that. Love yourself more than you love anybody else, your children, your husband, your wife, your pets, and loving yourself so completely, it's going to pour over to your pets, your wife, your husband, your children. Stand up for yourself. Our children think they know what's best for us now because we have a little age on us. We know what's best for us. Don't let them tell us. We are strong. We are complete. We're more than enough. Let them know no, no, and no. Love yourself completely. Speak life over yourself. In the morning, place your hands over your heart, your mind, your mouth, your ears, and heal yourself. If you get terrible news or news that you don't want from a doctor, and I have before, I immediately go into, I am healed. Immediately before that hook sink in of what they're saying, I'm healed. I am healing. That's not going to happen. And that time and more times, it did not happen. It did not progress to what the doctor thought. Eat healthy foods, because I am a 100% junkie eater. I love my chips, my chocolate, my ice cream, but I'm learning how to eat portion size and not the whole thing. I'm planning in speaking over my future. I'm going to feel better each day, mentally, physically, emotionally. I'm going to speak my truth. I'm going to love myself. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to try new things, food, places, people. I'm not going to let the person in the grocery store mess up my whole day for them being rude to me. I'm not going to let traffic hold me back from going where I want to go. I'm going to enjoy each and every day. So speak over yourself. You have power to create your day. Be yourself. We are so many different people for so many different people. Children, doctors make us nervous. He is just a person with book knowledge, and he may have missed a class that he needs for you. They push pills with many side effects. I am now making my own medicine. I go online. What is good for me to relax? What is good for if I have a sore throat? And I have holy basil, and it's with Everclear. It's a high liquor, and I put it together. It says, and I put it in a closet for 6 weeks. And I'm telling you, ladies, when I feel something going on with me, I take a little bit of it, and I'm telling you, within 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes, I'm feeling better. And if I would have called the doctor, he would have had me with 2 or 3 different medicines. I have my son taking it, girlfriends taking it. Matter of fact, I have a batch now. So if y'all want one, it'll be ready in a week or so. Let me know. I'm telling you, the home remedies that grandma used to make, that's what we should be doing. Now, sometimes if we have something going on, we may have to take something else too. But I'm telling you, that is my go-to. And I'm telling you, for real, as the kids say, it has been doing wonders for me. So look up things if you have something, and they will tell you how to make it. Very simple, very easy methods. And I like the ones when you just use one ingredient with the Everclear. Some people put apple cider vinegar is the base liquid. I do not like the taste of apple cider vinegar. Some people put olive oil. Play around with it. Make two and see which one that you speaks to your body. Okay, let's breathe again and breathe out. And speak to yourself. I am love. I am more than enough. I am complete. I will say yes with my yes and no with my no. And I will do something new every day. Read a book, read one page. Read Allison's book. It's so full of richness. Healing is in her book. It makes you think. It makes you say, ah. It makes you feel better. Okay, ladies, anybody would like to share with me? Alice, would you like to share?
Pam, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, great. That was magnificent. And it was exactly what I needed, because this week I went to the doctor to have my eyes checked, because in April 1st, it was like a cleaver went down and all of a sudden everything's become a blur, more blurry than it was before. And so my diagnosis was macular degeneration, and is worse. And they did a test on me, and the left eye, 1/4 of it, I could not see the graph. I saw white light. And so everything that you said resonated with me, but especially with that doctor's diagnosis, because the first thing I thought of is, because I said, okay, what can I do for myself? Is there anything? He said, are you taking errands, which are the red pills, lutein? And I said, yes, I've been doing that for years. He said, well, that's it. And I thought, no, I don't think that's it. So
Absolutely.
I haven't yet done it, but what your message of holy basil, I'll talk to you further about that. But it just, all I kept thinking of is, I know there's more. I know that on the internet, if I continue to dig deep enough, there will be something that will will speak to me and
Yes.
will give me what I need. So that, and I loved your encouragement in every respect. So it was magnificent. Thank you.
Yes. And give yourself Reiki over your eyes every single day and at night.
Yes.
I believe beyond 100%, our hands heal, our thoughts heal, our mouth heal. Speak over your eye is healing. I believe in miracles. I know you believe in miracles.
Absolutely.
And I believe in the spoken word. And I will look on the internet too, because I know it's something other than what the doctor is saying. They're limited. They are very limited people, and they only believe in what they study. Well, I believe in beyond that.
Absolutely.
And I speak over myself. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Anyone else?
Thank you.
Pam,
Go on.
I missed the part about, you said something about Allison's book. I think I missed that. What book are you referring to?
Allison, what's the name of your book?
Own Your Power. That's
Oh,
Own Your Power.
okay. I have that book. I
Yeah.
do have your book, Alice. Thank you. I thought it was a different book. Thank you.
No, and it's
Yeah.
rich. It's just like the Bible to me. It truly is, Allison. I can go in there feeling one way, and after I sit down, and I like reading her book on my porch in the morning. It just speaks to my heart. It speaks to my spirit, no matter what I'm going through. And it's such a good book. It is a healer. It
Yes.
helps you rethink things. Like I have a problem, I may feel kind of icky about somebody, and she tell you the power of forgiveness and just opening your eyes and your spirit. And it's good. I love it. I love it.
Me
Thank
too.
you.
Me too, Pam. I read it every night before I go to bed. But anyway, thank you for your inspiration.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Charlene?
Yes, please. That's very inspiring. Got me thinking about a lot of different things that I haven't thought about for a long time. Thanks for that. I wanted to share something because I got to share it with somebody, I guess. I also wanted to share with things that a
Okay,
perspective
you're
of
breaking up a
others,
little bit. You're breaking up a little bit. Okay, try again.
perspective of other,
Okay.
the perspective of others, and also my perspective of things. And there was a situation where everyone was not everyone, but certain people talking about a person being that way or angry and mean and that type of thing. And I'm just like, okay, so there's a reason why that person is that way. And it's insecurity. Sometimes sometimes they have a bad day or getting down on somebody, or there's a reason why that there came to be that. And having sympathy and compassion and looking at it in that perspective kind of helps you try to figure out what that person is coming from. And so I don't know if it helps others, but that's um, to me it really is something that I've learned myself, is to not judge and to um, just try to look at it in a different perspective, try to understand where they're coming from. And so I wanted to share that because that's what made me also think about that, is when people are angry, when people are upset or anything else like that, there's or treat other people not so kindly. There's a reason why that's coming from somewhere. And a lot of times sometimes they may not even realize they're doing that, but I'm just trying to say, bottom line to me is having compassion on why are they behaving that way, more or less,
True.
to where they just need more understanding. So
Absolutely.
just
Absolutely.
thinking about
Not to judge them, pray for them. You can even invite them out for tea and be honest, kind and honest. And actually listen to them, and maybe listening to a person while they're going through something, help them to clear their inner self out. But and if they still going through that, some people are just mean too, and toxic, or not compatible to you anymore, that you not outgrow them, but you outgrow their criticism or their meanness. I don't think anybody should be abused, even if a person's going through something. We kind of talk to them, we pray for them, we see if we can help them in some kind of way. But if they're still being abusive, they probably need to seek a counseling, because if you're not a professional can help them, it's
yes,
not good for them. And I believe a person that's so angry or so upset, and they could be going through something, and not judge them, they make their inner self, their organs sick. I read books where is if I'm angry and upset and just like this all the time, I'm going to hurt my heart. My heart is not beating correctly, or it might affect my legs or my muscles. It might affect giving me a lot of headaches. So yes, always be compassionate to people, never judge them. But if they're there every single day, something's wrong. And some people are just angry for angry. But let's move on. Anybody else? Thank you for sharing that. And yes, thank you. I will not judge. Thank you so much. Anyone
Thanks.
else?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anyone else like to share? Liz?
Pam, that was just wonderful, so soothing. Great reminders as I start the week of putting myself first, and even more so your message today about, just keeping the toxic people at bay. That came up a couple weeks ago, and I've had a situation where you gave me some great advice, and with distance, I'm sort of feeling like, oh, maybe I should call this person. And, my heart's like,
Follow your heart.
yeah. So, but the mind is like, oh, you should feel guilty. You should be a better, nicer, kinder person. But it's that you have to put your self-love first.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we don't learn that. They don't teach that. Mommies teach, oh, go talk to Johnny, go talk to which McComb. Yeah, we understand, but we can always pray for them. Always, if occasion arrives, just, say, I love you, but it's too much. It's too much. Denise, good morning.
Morning. Thank you so much. Those were wonderful reflections. I think breathing is so fundamental, and yes, we can get very caught up in the noise and the pausing and the turning back to self, making time for yourself, especially morning intention setting, all good organizing principles. I do ask everyone in the group to send out healing energy. I actually lost a colleague this week at work, somebody I worked with who I believe committed suicide. So it's been a very rough week. And it's okay. It's okay not to feel good.
Yes, it is. It is.
Poor family.
It is. What's your colleague's name?
First name was Bryce.
Okay, we will pray for them and the family. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah.
Christina? Bob, you have anything you want to share?
Bob or Barb? Me?
And you fine.
Yeah. Well, I was listening to what someone was saying about listening to someone or trying to understand the backstory. I work with emotionally disturbed, and I would always read their personal case histories, and it always made me much more patient with them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Definitely. Thank you.
Sure.
I think that compassion goes a long way. And I think that we should be compassionate. I'm not talking about people that have mental illness. My brother's wife and his two boys do. So I know what you're talking about. That's a whole different thing from somebody just being mean to be mean. And like you said, it could be a reason why they're being mean. But when it starts affecting your ability to be true to yourself, you have to move back from that. Constantly pray for them and not judge them. But your mental illness matters too. And if we give so much to someone and it's not working, then it's okay. It's okay to say no. Because my sister is toxic. And I don't think she purposely tried to be that way, but she have been a negative person all her life. So she just speaks negative and it just does something to me. We cannot have a conversation where she's not talking about another family member. And it's natural to her because she didn't know how to cut it off. So we have to learn how to not be that person or not be pulled into that conversation to become that person. That's what I'm talking about, that kind of toxic. And I be saying, I asked my sister, her name is Gail, do you have to talk about that person that way all the time? And she doesn't even comprehend that she's doing it. It just became her. We become who we let come in our life. We become a person who exercise every morning because that's important to us. We become toxic if we talk toxic. We become light for the world when we talk light, when we talk healthy things and good things and compassionate things and love. Like somebody might come up to you and say, oh, there's so much traffic. Yeah, but when I get to where I'm going to be good. It's okay. I know I have to go through this traffic to get to where I want to go. Just watch your words. You become what you say. If you're sick, you become healed when you say, I'm becoming healed. So your words are so important. And yes, I still say if toxic people are too much, you have to leave them alone for yourself. Yes, I do. And my sister, I love her dearly. I will give her anything I have, but I cannot be with her all day long. My spirit gets heavy being with her. And I know that. So I'm not going to jeopardize who I am, the work that I want to do for myself and for other people for that heaviness. Anyone else like to share before we end? Okay, ladies, remember to breathe. Remember that you are important. And remember that you are loved and that you're healing and that you are loved. Namaste. Have a good week.